doing very well with Russia, Ukraine. President Zelensky is going to be coming on Friday. That's now confirmed, and we're going to be signing an agreement, which will be a very big agreement. And I want to thank Howard and Scott for the job you guys did in putting it together. Really did an amazing job. And that'll be on rare earth and other things. And as you know, we're in for probably $350 billion. Europe is in for $100 billion. And that's a big difference. So we're in for probably 3 times as much, and yet it's very important.
We are not considering signing any agreements without security guarantees. And of course, today, after 2 weeks of intensive work between the governments of the United States and Ukraine on our economic cooperation, we have actually prepared a final version.
Okay, here we go. Breaking news. Ukraine just 2 hours ago sent to President Trump at the White House a completed deal for America to help Ukraine develop hundreds of billions of dollars worth of its natural resources. It would fund Ukraine's reconstruction after the war with Russia. Joining us now from House Armed Services and House Foreign Affairs, Congressman and Dr. Ronny Jackson. Congressman, great to see you again. It's been a long time. Are we heading to a peace deal with Russia?
We absolutely are, Liz. I mean, there's no way around this. I mean, it's good for everybody. It's good for the Ukrainians. It's good for the Russians. It's good for Europe. Zelensky's going to embrace this. I mean, I know that, he had, thoughts of completely getting back everything that Russia had taken, including Crimea, some unreasonable expectations on his part, to be honest with you. We have provided all of the resources to hold the ground for years now and prevent Russia from completely taking Ukraine. And it's time for this war to end, and it's time for Ukraine to provide some sort of repayment for all of the U.S. treasure that we have invested into this war. You know as well as I do, Liz, that the debt in this country is astronomical right now. And every penny, the American people should not forget that every single penny that we gave to the Ukrainians over the last several years was money that we borrowed. And so I think that it's proper that they pay us back for that money. That was not money that we had, that we just gave them. That was money that taxpayers borrowed to fund this, to fund the Ukrainian resistance.
Yeah, polls from Quinnipiac, Pew, Marquette polling, Americans don't want to spend any more money on Ukraine.
Yeah.
Let's move on to Afghanistan. Take a listen to President Trump and Pentagon Chief Pete Hegseth talking about getting accountability for who botched the Afghanistan withdrawal under Joe Biden. Watch.
Mr. President, you were just talking about Afghanistan and the botched withdrawal. Have all the generals or command staff that were involved with the withdrawal been fired or relieved of duty?
Well, that's a great idea. I'm not going to tell this man what to do, but I will say that if I had his place, I'd fire every single one of them, Pete.
The question we've thought a lot about. We're doing a complete review of every single aspect of what happened with the botched withdrawal of Afghanistan, and plan to have full accountability.
I don't see big promotions in that group, and I think they're going to be largely gone. I know the man on my left. I think they're going to be largely gone. I've dealt with the parents and the family of the 13 that were killed, but nobody ever talks about the 40 that were so badly hurt.
We should point out that was Fox News' Lawrence Jones asking that first question. What's your reaction to this? Who do you think could get fired?
Well, most of the people that were responsible for this are already gone, unfortunately, because, Jake Sullivan was the architect of that disaster. General Milley should have been held accountable, and he wasn't. But there are other people that were involved in it that are still around, and they're in the Pentagon, and they're on active duty. And it's absolutely positively time. The American people demand accountability for this. It was an absolute national security disaster for this country, and we will be paying a price for that horrible withdrawal for years and decades to come. And people need to be held accountable, and I'm so glad it's happening. Finally, it's happening.
Finally. Congressman Jackson, great to see you again. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks, Liz.